nearlydanish.com.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Okay, so this is mock test 3. All right, before we start, for all the newcomers, we record all the sessions and we post them on YouTube. And the name of the channel is Nearly Danish TV. So go to YouTube and just type Nearly Danish TV, and you can find all the sessions that we've had in the past. We started practicing again on, I think it was the 28th of August. So yeah, if you're new here and you want to see all the sessions, you can find them on YouTube. All right, we're moving on. All right. So right now we have a king in Denmark, but before we had a queen, Queen Margaret II. So the monarch of Denmark must be, well, the monarch is the only person that does not have religious freedom in Denmark. And the monarch must always be the head of the church. And for that reason, must always belong to the church. 26 people got this wrong. Now you know what you don't know. Fix that knowledge gap. This is a semi-frequently asked question. Next one. All right, you guys are doing really well.
Great job.
So far, 2 questions and over 100 people have gotten them right so far. 24 people got this wrong. So the question is, should a minister be a member of the parliament? And the answer is no. So the prime minister can appoint someone that is not a member of parliament to the head of a ministry. On to the next one. All right, so this is about the responsibilities of the public authority. So there are questions about responsibilities of the commune, responsibilities of the region, and this time they're asking about responsibilities of the state. So the state is responsible for the police, for the courts, and for defense. 8 people got this wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
If you get any of the questions wrong, it will show up on your profile. Find your profile and fix them later. Next one. All right, so 1973, 1st of January, Denmark joined EF. That later became the EU. This is a frequently asked question. Next one. So far, so good. You guys are doing well. All right, So this is definitely a weak spot for you guys. Almost half of you got this wrong. This is a question that's never been asked before, so a brand new question. And this is from chapter 5, literature. So a lot of the time, new questions come from chapter 5. Like I've explained before in the previous sessions, the history part, so the first 35 questions are made up of frequently asked questions and new questions. So a frequently asked question is a question that has been asked in at least 2 tests or more. And there will be at least 10 of them. So find the frequently asked questions section on your profile and make sure you practice all of those questions. Make sure you know all of them. There's about 200 of them. So make sure you know the answers to every single one of those questions, because you will surely be seeing at least 10 of them again on November the 27th. All right, moving on to the next one. Okay, top 5 reshuffled. This was a combo breaker. 11 players dropped their answer streak of 3. Sorry, guys. Next one. You guys saw this in the last Kahoot we had on Wednesday. So if you were here on Wednesday, you've seen this before. This is a frequently asked question. Round of applause. $141 people got this right. 24 people got it wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Fix it. It will show up on your profile. So for all the people that are new here, this is your first time, watch that video. I'll post it again. Let me see. Paste. Nah, this is the... Anyways, I'll post it later. Watch that video that I'm going to post later and find your profile, and all your mistakes will show up on your profile. You can go in there and correct your mistakes. All right, on to the next one.
Uh-oh.
Brand new question. Okay, so Copenhagen. 120 people got this wrong. 120 people got this right. 46 people got it wrong. Fix it later on your profile. All right. This was another combo breaker. 5 players dropped their answer streak of 6. Sorry, guys. Next one. Brand new question as well. Okay, actually, way more than 100 people got this right. I was expecting that a lot of you would get this wrong. Round of applause. Well done.
Great job.
Top 5 has been reshuffled. 31 players got an answer streak of 3.
Excellent.
Next one. $16, not 18. So you have to be 18 years old to buy cigarettes and strong spirits. But for beer and wine, 16. Over 100 of you got this wrong. Round of applause to the people who got this right. That is definitely a weak spot.
Now you know what you don't know.
Fix that. Okay, static top 5.
Static top 5.
20 players reached an answer streak of 9.
Excellent.
Next one. Christian IV was king during the Renaissance. And he was possibly Denmark's most popular king. And he built a lot of historic buildings, and he was very interested in the arts and culture. So almost half of you got this wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Fix that. Lueza moving up the ranks. Next one. Yes, they did. Cassie. All right, so Paul Schluter was the only prime minister from the Conservative People's Party, and he was prime minister for 11 years. And he was quite popular. 67 people got this wrong. Fix that later. That is a frequently asked question, so it's a question that you must know the answer to. All right, so Val is back with an answer streak of 3.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Okay, so there's a newcomer here. I'm gonna share a video with you. Watch that video, and it will hopefully answer your question. All right, so for all the newcomers, I just posted something in the chat, okay? Click on that link and watch that video, and it will hopefully answer all your questions. And if it doesn't answer all your questions, you can always write me on Facebook, okay? All right, we're moving on. Next one. All right, so sometimes they ask how many regions are there in Denmark, and sometimes they ask what the names of the regions are. In this case, they've asked about the names. 16 people got this wrong. Actually, I was expecting a lot more people to get this wrong. So round of applause to you guys. All right. Nerthika is back with an answer streak of 3.
Great job.
Next one. All right, so there is an agreement, military agreement. Sorry, an agreement for military cooperation between Denmark and the US, and it was signed 2 years after 1949, which is the year that Denmark joined NATO. I could see this is definitely a weak spot for more of you, actually more than half of you. So fix that.
Now you know what you don't know.
The purpose of these sessions, okay? So for all the new people that are here, for the old people, you've heard me say this. Sorry, I sound like a broken record, but I have to sound like this because this is how the brain learns, by repetition. The purpose of these sessions is you come here to figure out what you don't know. Okay. And then when you're done here, you go back, you fix all your knowledge gaps, and you practice and practice and practice on the website. And then you come back. So every week from now on, we're going to have mock tests. So we've gone through the previous tests, gone through the frequently asked questions. Now we're in the era of mock tests. We only have about 52 days to the test. Okay. So this is what it's going to be. Some of the mock tests are going to be neck breaking. Some of them are not going to be as neck breaking. Okay. However, the purpose is still the same. I'm putting you guys under semi-test conditions, putting you under a bit more pressure than you have in the test. I'm making it more difficult here so that it's easy in the actual test. And on the day of the test, you will actually experience what I'm talking about. All right, moving on. Bid is back in the game, 3 in a row.
Excellent.
All right, 15,059 people got that wrong. Next one. All right, so England bombed Copenhagen in 1807. There are still cannonballs in the wall of Rosenborg, the castle at Norport. All right, 20 people got that wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Get it right next time. We have a static top 5.
Static top 5.
Jocelyn is back in the game with 3 in a row.
She's on fire.
Next one.
Uh-oh.
This should be a no-brainer, but let's see. (181 meters). So people in Denmark are very tall. Okay, 37 people got this wrong. This is a brand new question, never been asked before. On to the next one. Static top 5. All right, so there is no death penalty in Denmark. 10 people got that wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Fix that. Naza moving up. Gaith is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Next. Okay, what's going on here? 39 people got that wrong. What's this about? 34 meters. Yeah, so the average height above sea level in Denmark is 34 meters. Tao Ting now in the top 5. That's one of the usual suspects. We've got Yenzeman, A1, Leo, Nazar, and Tao Ting. I know about Yenzeman. I know about A1, Leo, and Nazar. I think kind of new. And Tao Ting, this guy is always there. All right. A player just hit an answer streak of 8.
Great job.
We've still got a lot of questions to go. We've only done 18 questions, so off we go. All right. So in 1953, the Danish constitution was changed. One of the changes was a change of how the parliament worked. So in 1849, the parliament was made up of two departments. So one of them was Landsting, which was the rich people's side. So it's similar to like the House of Lords in the UK. And in the other department was Folketing, which is similar to the House of Commons in the UK. However, after the change in 1953, Landsting was scrapped. That's what this question is about. 57 people got this wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Fix it. It will show up on your profile. That was a combo breaker. 6 players dropped the answer streak of 4. Sorry, guys. We're almost at the halfway point. This is a frequently asked question. All right, almost perfect score. This is an FAQ. This is a question that you must know the answer to. This is about the economic help that Denmark got from the US. Well, Denmark as well as a whole bunch of other European countries got from the US after the Second World War. 17 people got this wrong. Fix that knowledge gap. You have a static top 5.
Static top 5.
Minnie is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Excellent.
Next one. You've seen this before if you've been practicing. All right, so the public pension was instituted in 1956. 43 people got this wrong. Get it right next time you see it. Now you know what you don't know. Next one. We've seen this a whole bunch of times. Frequently asked question. Round of applause. I must say you guys are doing really well in this. Almost all the questions, well, at least the ones that a lot of you scored right. Over 100 people are getting them right. So well done. Keep up the good work.
Great job.
Okay, so for the people that got this wrong, there's only 19 of you. This is a frequently asked question. I'll give you a bit of context here. So in 1924, the first Social Democratic Prime Minister was elected, and his name was Thorvald Stauning. And he appointed the first female minister. Her name was Nina Bang, and she was appointed as Undervisningsminister, so education minister. All right, on to the next one. NASA has the highest answer streak of 22. That's a perfect score.
Perfect score.
And Nazar is on fire. Is that a guy or a girl? I'm guessing it's a girl.
She's on fire.
Excellent.
Okay, next one. All right, brand new question, never been asked before. I'm sure this is going to be a bit of a curveball for some of you. Not bad. 97 people got this right. 69 people got it wrong. Yes, so in Lerman, she showed that the Earth had inner nucleus. All right, an inner core. Okay, so at the moment we have A1 at number 1, Yenzeman at number 2, Naza up at number 3, Leo at number 4, Tao Ting at number 5. David L is back in the game with 3 in a row.
Oh my! He's on fire!
We are at the halfway point now, so that's 23 questions. Yes, we are at the halfway. We're past the halfway point now. Wow.
Great job.
Okay. Only 17 people got this wrong. Well,
Now you know what you don't know.
this was after one of the wars with Sweden, and Denmark had to give up Skåne, which is where Malmo is right now, and a whole bunch of other territory. All right. Next one. Static top 5.
Static top 5.
Teresa Rubio is back with an answer streak of 3.
Excellent.
Next one. All right. So a brand new question. It never been asked before. So who decides about a convicted member of parliament? Who decides if a convicted member of parliament is unworthy to sit in parliament? And it's parliament that decides that, nobody else. A current example is, what's her name? Inga Stoibia. She was convicted. I think did she serve a custodial sentence? I can't remember, but she was convicted, but she's back in parliament. She started a new party, Denmark's Demokraterne, and they have some seats in parliament. All right, a whole bunch of you got that wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Fix that. Okay, combo breakers. 4 players dropped an answer streak of 5. Naza is no longer in the top 5. Tao Ting moved up to number 4. Simona is in at number 5. Leo is up at number 3. Yenzeman and A1 holding number 1 and 2 respectively. Okay, so we have 20 more questions to go. This is from chapter 5. Okay, chapter 5. Make sure you pay close attention to that chapter because a whole bunch of new questions usually come from there. This is an example of one of them. Bjorn Norgård, he created a tapestry that hangs on the walls of I think it's Amalienborg, or is it Christiansborg? Can't remember. Anyways, moving on to the next one. How many people got this wrong? 84 people got this wrong. So exactly half of you got this wrong. All right, next one. Also is back with an answer streak of 3.
Great job.
All right, 2009 to 2011 and 2015 to 2019. He was prime minister. Lars Løkke. I think that question has shown up 1 time or 2 times. And once very recently, I think in the last 4th to the last exam. Anyways, 5 players have hit an answer streak of 27. Well done. That's a perfect score for 5 players.
Perfect score.
Well done.
Excellent.
Static top 5.
Static top 5.
Next one. Yeah, you guys have seen this before. Let's see if we can get a perfect score on this so we can have an explosion. Oh man, almost perfect score. Round of applause though. Okay, so 10 people got this wrong. The way to think about the elections in Denmark is 4-4-5. So 4-4-5. Every 4 years you have Folketing elections. Every 4 years you have communal and regional elections, and every 5 years you have European Parliament elections. And this is asking specifically about Folketing elections. All right, still have a static top 5. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
All right, well done. Okay, so between, the first railway lines in Denmark was between Copenhagen and Roskilde. That's what this is about. Nothing more.
Static top 5.
Fish is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Great job.
We're getting closer to current affairs. You've seen this before. This is an FAQ. Oh man, we were close to a perfect score. Well done, guys. 7 people got that wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
This is an FAQ. You must know the answer to this question because you're probably going to see it in the next test. But anyways, moving on. Static top 5. Carol is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Excellent.
How many chapter 5 questions are there in the real test? As many as they want to put in. All right, next one. But you're going to see at least one. And it's usually new. This is also a frequently asked question. On average, about one or two. Okay, what's going on here? 34 people got this wrong. This is a frequently asked question. You must know the answer to this question. Make sure you fix this, okay? This question is about Denmark's reunion with Sønderjylland after the First World War. And Denmark lost to Sønderjylland in the Second Schleswig War in 1864. All right, next one. Think Tank is back in the game, 3 in a row.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Next one.
Uh-oh.
Someone said a lot of uh-ohs today. Yeah, man. There's a whole bunch of new questions. This is a weak spot. 67 of you got this wrong. Okay. I just wanted to say, guys, so during this whole process, yeah, you get out what you put in. Okay. So if you want to pass the test, you need to put in some serious work. Okay. And it's not in vain because you're going to be done with the test in like 5 to 10 minutes. You're going to go in there. It will be such a wonderful experience and you'll be done. And, you can apply for your passport and get your passport and, carry on with your life. So please put in the work now when it matters. Don't leave it until the last minute. Don't procrastinate. Just put in the work. Okay? All right. Next one. All right. So Yenderman, now at number 1, A1 fell to number 4. Man, sorry, man. Okay, what's going on here? Yenderman, number 1, Leo, number 2, Thao Ting, number 3, A1, number 4, and Simona, number 5. DK09 is back with an answer streak of 3.
Excellent.
We've got, so this is 32. We've got 3 more questions and we go to current affairs. What's this about? Okay, a minority government. Yes. Most of the governments since World War II have been minority governments. However, we actually have a majority government for the first time in a long time. 31 people got this wrong. Fix that.
Now you know what you don't know.
Static top 5.
Abaid is back in the game with 3 in a row. FAQ, frequently asked question. Oh, man. We were so close. 3 people got this wrong. Oh. Can we get a perfect score in at least one of the questions so we can have an explosion tonight? Let's see. Static top 5. Yanziman, Leo, Thao Ting, A1, and Simona. All right, so we're going to the last history question, and then we start hitting current affairs. FAQ. Okay, so it's about 15.4%. How many people got this wrong? 57. Okay, so this is a semi-weak spot for you guys. Fix it. This is a frequently asked question, so you must know the answer to this question. Still have a static top 5. 4 players lost the answer streak of 8. All right. So someone is asking, what follows after passing the test now that is looking more likely? If you meet the other requirements, you apply for citizenship. And then, yeah, that's it. Anyways, let me see. Okay, now we're going into current affairs. Okay, someone is asking, what does a mock test mean? Okay, I'll explain. So a mock test is like a simulation, okay? So a mock test is exactly like a real test. It has, the same structure as the real test, the same number of questions, and a similar mixture of frequently asked questions and new questions. It's got current affairs that are actually current and Danish values questions. I hope that made sense. Anyways, we're moving to current affairs. So current affairs questions. The current affairs questions over the years have followed a specific pattern. And I will be discussing that pattern as we hit each question. I'll tell you what the theme of that question is about, and what you should keep an eye out for in the news. I am keeping an eye out in the news. However, I need you guys to also keep an eye out in the news because I miss things, you know? And I've been able to predict about 4 out of 5 questions in the last 2-3 exams. So I'm getting good at it, but it's not perfect. So please keep an eye out in the news as well. Join with Stu1 or something. Join with something else. STU. Okay, so the theme of this question is famous dead people. Okay, so famous dead people. This guy was a famous weather forecaster all the way from the 60s up until early 2000s on DR. And he just died in July after, sickness. And yeah, he's a famous guy. It fits the theme. Do I think this is going to show up? I don't think so. I don't think this specific question will show up. However, it does fit the theme of famous dead people. So it's here. So in case it shows up in the test, we've seen it here. All right, next one. Only one person in the top 5 scored points. Jensemand, round of applause. AMR is back in the game with 3 in a row.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Okay, so the theme of this is Danish excellence on the world stage, but the sub-theme here is sports. And the sub-theme in sports is retiring sports people. So back in the day, what's her name? Karolina Wozniacki retired, and there was a question about that in the test. And then in the last test, what's his name? Michael Hansen, right? The handball player. He announced his retirement. And that question showed up in the test as well. Now, Thomas Delaney, who is also a football player in the Danish national team, has announced his retirement. So it fits the theme, and it's here. Do I think this is going to show up? Probably not. But it's here. We have it in case it does show up. Next one. Okay, so these questions will show up on the website after this session. I will be putting them up, okay? I am going to be populating the current affairs questions from now on. So yes, this is the first time. How many themes are there for current affairs? I have to sit down and count. I know them in my head, but I haven't counted them. Okay, the theme of this is the government. The government is simply the prime minister and his or her ministers. This is asking about the minister of a newly created ministry, which is the green tripartite in English. and it's Jeppe Bruus, who is the minister right now. There is a quiz on the website already about the government. So please make sure you go through that quiz to get familiar with all the ministers. All right, next one. Simona is back in the top 5. All right, so this question is about, well, it's the theme of this, it's a mixture of an event involving the royal family and an anniversary that's a multiple of 10. So in September, well, this is this month, the king and the queen participated in the 400-year anniversary of Borsen that burnt down earlier on this year. It's being rebuilt. I think this has a strong probability of actually showing up on the next test, but we'll see. Okay, next one. I think the last one now. At the moment, we have Yenzeman, Tauting, Leo, Naza, and A1. Ruby K4 is back with an answer streak of 3 in current affairs. Well done.
Excellent.
Okay. Okay, what's going on here? We have 6 questions to go. Last current affairs question. You guys know the answer to this. All right, round of applause. Okay, so the theme of this is political parties and their leaders. There's already a quiz on the site. If you haven't taken it, please take it. 29 people got this wrong. Please get it right next time you see it. Okay, so that was current affairs. Now we're moving to Danish values. We will have a session on Danish values, but up until we have the specialized session on Danish values, I am posting a link in the chat. I need you guys to watch that video, and it explains how to approach the Danish values questions. Okay? All right, moving on. If you haven't watched that video yet, please watch it. We have Yenzeman, Tauting, Leo, Nazar, and A1. That's a static top 5.
Static top 5.
Remember, Danish values questions are the most important questions in the test. If you fail more than one, you fail the whole test. It doesn't matter if you got 100% in current affairs and 100% in history. All right, next one. Okay, so someone is asking which themes we need to get 100% in. You don't have to get, okay. These last 5 questions, so this question and the next 4. So the last 5 questions of the test, you have to score at least 4 out of 5 correct, as well as get at least 36 out of 45 to pass the test. I hope that made sense. Did that make sense, Amna? Just give me a yes or a no in the chat. Oh, Danish values. Danish values. Okay. Danish values is the theme of the last 5 questions. All right. 154 of you got this right. Well done. Now, bear in mind, these questions are very easy, actually. They're not complicated at all. And they also repeat themselves. So, and they follow the same themes. If you watch that video, if you watch the video that I've just posted in the chat, watch it after we're done. You would understand how to approach these questions. And we will also have a Kahoot session focusing on Danish values. All right, next one. All right, well done.
Excellent.
Got 2 more and we're done for tonight. I didn't swap the buttons. The buttons are actually randomly swapped. By the way, I guess I need to say this. The test is not digital. It's on paper. So it's pen and paper. And these you know, I know there's the answers are color coded, but please don't try and start looking for a pattern in the answers and stuff like that. Look at the specific answer. On the day of the test, please read the questions slowly. Okay? Read the questions really slowly. Read the answers slowly, and then you go ahead and answer. I'm saying that because when I took the test in 2019, I was impatient and I read a question really quickly. So I read it. I just saw 1849 in the question. I didn't fully read the whole question. I just saw 1849. And then I looked in the answers and I saw Grundloven. And I said, it's got to be Grundloven. And it was only after I finished and came out and someone told me, oh, what was the answer to that question? And they said, oh, it was Kongalone. I was like, Kongalone? Nah. And then I went back and I looked again. I was like, oh, man. The question was asking up until 1849, what was the law of the land? And that's how I messed up that question. Luckily, I still passed. However, I do know people that made this mistake and failed the test. So please read the question slowly. Read the answer slowly, and then go ahead and choose an answer. All right, next one. I scored 37 out of 40. All right, last question. Static top 5. Kinson is now in the top 5 at the last minute.
Static top 5.
Okay, last question. Okay, that was the last question. If you didn't do well today, don't feel bad about it. You just figured out what you don't know. So find your profile on the website. For the new people, look for your profile within about an hour. Find your profile on the website and fix all your mistakes. Keep practicing on the site. It helps you keep track of all the work you've done. Yeah. That's it. Let's have a look at the podium. Also, please do not change your questions at the last minute. Anyways, I'll say that later on. We've got Dao Ting, Leo, and I think Yenzeman at number 1. All right. And we've got A1 and Kinton at number 4 and 5.
NearlyDanish.com.